when you
clean shaven?
like, I look fatter with my beard, don't I?
Yeah. When you
You
shave,
need to shave that neck, my dude.
I know. That's why I'm pissed we're doing content. That's why I asked for your fucking razor.
yeah, when you shave it, TJ, you actually disconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you let it grow.
Because I don't have a double chin like you said.
It's there somewhere.
After you got benched by Ultra, did you ever think you'd make it back into the CDL again? If so, what motivated you to get back into the Pro League?
After getting benched by Ultra, I would say like everything was sort of unclear, right? Like we weren't sure. There were rumors of a sale going on, rumors of Washington DC being a team, and then Boston sort of came in last minute. When I heard DC fell through, I kind of was like in my mind, sort of just like expecting to announce retirement and go full-time content. Luckily, that was going really well, right? Like my Twitch was taking off, and my community really had my back. So that was obviously like a good safety blanket to have, knowing that no matter what, I'll be all right, at least financially, and like having that support was important. I wasn't sure if I'd be in the league again. And then when I heard Boston was a team, obviously my number one priority was to compete. I guess my mindset on it is just content will always be there. I'm hoping that when the day comes and I step away, I can sort of regain that traction I had, right? That trajectory I was on, and hopefully we can get back to that. But I mean, I've been a pro Call of Duty player for over 10 years now. So it's just kind of like my identity. Like I don't do it, money's great, obviously, but I made a decision because I want to be a champion, and I just love being able to do what we do.
After being in Massachusetts for a few months now, what is one thing that you like about living here, and what's one thing that you miss about being home?
One thing I like about living here is just like the team being here and being able to get food at one of our 2 restaurant options, and being able to practice together and to get food together and do shit together. And then one thing I miss about being home is just more to do. We're in a suburb where not a lot's going on, so definitely more to do back in Jersey.
Yeah, I'll start with the one thing I don't like about being here is, or it's not even here, it's just like in general, just like home cooked meals, I guess. Like I feel like I'm spending a lot of money on food. And the one thing I do like about here is kind of like what he said, just being a team environment, all being here every single day in the facility, grinding, and
You love me.
getting better with the squadron.
When you play 8s, who's your favorite player to play with?
I haven't really played a lot of 8s, but I'd probably say Dylan Envoy, because when we play, we went undefeated, and they said it's the double D's buff, because we're both named Dylan. So Dylan Envoy is my answer.
I say for me, it'll be Prolute.
Of course.
That's my guy. So like when we play, like I just know he's going hard, so like we usually win.
You've been seen as a catalyst by many, but in your own opinion, how do you feel about your steady rise as a player, and is there any pressure to continue on that trajectory?
Yeah, I think this year I definitely turned some heads. I don't think anybody expected me to perform as well as I have been personally. I think stage 2 was obviously crazy, but I was definitely performing to a level that even I wouldn't say surprised by, but proud of. And now I've slowed down a little bit going into stage 3, just trying to find my footing, right, and focus on. I want to focus less on individual performances, whether it's me or my teammates, and just sort of as the game progresses and teams get better and teams improve, we're trying to just mesh together so we're playing the game in a way where we're not relying on performances individually. So obviously I want to keep that same level of play and hold myself to a high standard, but at the same time it's just trying to make sure that collectively we're getting better.
Excuse me, Zed. But the Pro-Am Classic, you were saw on camera doing a 360 looking like an NPC in the middle of the stadium. Was that on purpose?
No.
So what happened?
I went to get Zin a bottle of water, because, you know, as a coach, I am the water boy as well. And Hixie, the Toronto sub, as I was walking back, he shouted my name and was like, "Yo, you're on camera," because they had a live feed and they could see me. And I didn't really know what to do because I didn't want it to look like I'd done it on purpose. You know, everyone would be like, attention seeking, right? So I just kind of made a brisk exit in any kind of direction that I could. And I'm not sure how the 360 happened, but...
So if you watch it back?
Yes, many times.
Do you think you look graceful?
Yeah. Honestly, I look good posture. It's a pretty nice 360, like kind of exited at the at the right time.
Yeah.
Be very hard to replicate.
It wouldn't. How has your friendship changed or evolved after the last year of grinding through challenges and getting back into the league together?
I fucking hate it. I wouldn't say our friendships evolved. I mean,
You don't think so?
no, just been friends for a long time. I will say it's different this year because like a lot of people wrote us off together, and we were sort of just like, you know, they got benched, they had their shine, they hit their prime, and now they're past it. Now I think this year was sort of like a resurgence year where we kind of got some of that respect back, and I don't think anybody really expected our team to be playing as well as we have been. And yeah, I just think, you know, it was sort of just like chips on our shoulder and trying to climb back together. You can't fucking top that answer.
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
Yes,
Same
please.
thing. How was our friendship grown or evolved over the past year through challengers and now comes back to the pro league?
I'm not gonna answer that one.
I think I hit the nail on the
Yeah,
head.
that's pretty good.
Do you experience hand pain after such long days? If so, how do you prevent it? / how do you take care of your hands?
No, I've been lucky enough to not really experience any hand pain. I mean, I've had like, if it's a long day, right, like maybe a tiny bit of like soreness like under my thumb, but for the most part, smooth sailing.
For me personally, I don't feel any hand pain, but that's because a couple years ago I felt my thumb always hurt really bad, so always got like massage it like yourself or even ice it like when you're sleeping or before you sleep. It usually helps.
Like after a long day, like if your hands are like, you feel like slight pain in your hands, I'd say just ice it.